And the belt line because of the condos and no one's picking it up. That's annoying.
Pick up your shit.
Pick up
if
your
you got a
shit.
stupid ass little dog that you put a jacket on and runners on this fall, pick up your dog shit. If you can afford a $150 dog jacket and get him all the best vitamins and brush his teeth at bedtime, then you get that little bag attached to his leash. You are now watching The Chris LaBelle Show. All right, guys, welcome to episode 18 For Whom LaBelle Tolls. Really appreciate all the support. Make sure that you support, right? This is a small business. All you have to do is subscribe, like, share, watch the thing for 3 minutes. If you don't like how I look, I don't know how. This vest, look at this vest. For some reason, I call it Geppetto's vest. You know what? Nothing crazy this week. It's actually been a really good week. LK and I worked all day today. We worked for Nortec Alberta, who are partners of ours now, sponsors of our show moving forward in mid-October. We finished their commercial. Adrian and Nora, phenomenal business owners, employing Calgarians, keeping things going. Apparently the building industry is booming right now. So today we were at Ghost Lake, the cottages that they have there. They're building one right now. Beautiful area, overlooks Ghost Lake, closest real lake to Calgary. You can see the mountains. It was a gorgeous day. So you can check our highlights and our stories for that one. LK Visuals hammered that one right out. Great job. So moving forward, I'm booking a comedy show, potentially the end of October. I'm definitely going to be getting back on stage, going to be on there consistently, passport, no passport. We'll find a way. We're selling out, and I'm going to be challenging every comedy club in the city. Mark my words, 2022, if you don't want me on your stage, I'm going to do my own. Been doing it for years. It's always going to work. And speaking of being a survivor, being someone that perseveres and overcomes, I've been telling everyone for the past 2 to 3 weeks, I have a very special guest that's going to be coming on the show. And this guest is here tonight, and it is Tuesday. We launched the show Thursday. It's a little bit late. We're past 11 p.m., so it's past everyone's bedtimes in this room. But she's here today to share her story, to talk about her business, and how she's been empowering women all across the country. Just recently featured in Elle magazine, one of Canada's most premier magazines. Center article. You can't beat that. Tonight on our show, we have Carmelina Baccari. She's going to be here. She's going to tell her battle and how she overcame cancer. And now she's a local influencer, probably nationally recognized since this article's been out, about how she's helping women overcome their struggles with cancer, especially breast cancer. That's what she specializes in. So before I continue, let's bring her on the show. And I really hope you guys tune in, open your hearts, and enjoy this time that I'm going to be spending with Carmelina. Also Italian, okay? So watch the hands, because the hands are going to be flying during this episode.
No, I don't care. I feed the Italians, you know what I mean? I make whatever
This
for
is
you.
fucking bullshit.
This is the fucking shit, you know? I tell the people all the time. I
He
say,
would
io
just
mangia
stay-
riso, non mangia retta.
He's like, you go out here, they don't want to fucking eat here.
Yeah, and then you get
He
Acadian
goes,
Italian.
don't waste your money here, Carm.
You get an Acadian Italian.
Yeah, you know, I was doing a thing the other day, and, you know, the noise from the lawnmower was just, you know, the snow. Like, you gotta go. You gotta vacation. Yeah.
Oh, they talk like that. Yeah.
Yeah, here, Canadian Italians, yeah.
Yeah, you know what, man, that I was, you know what I mean?
Tony! Are we rolling? Yeah. I blacked out. Like, I literally just
I saw you. I
yeah, I went somewhere else.
You did. It's okay.
I did. I went somewhere else.
You're just getting ready.
Yeah, dementia, early signs of it.
No.
Welcome to the show, episode 18. We've been talking about this episode for 3 weeks. I'm so glad to have some female energy, some feminine energy in this room. It's been loaded with dudes. It's been nothing but dudes. We're in a gym, and it's just like male guest after male guest. And I'm like, man, I need myself someone who is empowering, has an incredible story, a beautiful, charming woman with a great sense of humor, and that's you. I thank you so much for being on the show today.
Thank you for asking me.
Oh, thank you very much. Carmelina Baccari, who has done some incredible things in the city of Calgary this last little while, this last year or so. Been about a year.
Yes.
It's been a year, and oh my God, of all the people, bro. For once on camera, LK had his phone on. So here we have Carmelina in the studio now. And for the last 4 years, Carmelina has been empowering women across the country with helping women overcome the obstacles and the physical changes that breast cancer can come. I'm gonna let Carmelina explain what she's been doing describe her business. She was featured just recently on Elle magazine, right in the center of one of the biggest magazines in the country of Canada that we live in. The country of Canada that we live in.
The country of Canada.
The country. And she's here to share. And I am going to do my very best today. And I've noticed, I've been watching some recent episodes, not to interrupt, because I get so excited, I get so involved, because I have a lot in common with the people on the show, that I'm jumping in and I'm excited.
I love that about you, though.
Interrupting?
I love, no, that you just jump in and you have this passion.
Passion.
Yeah.
See that, guys? Passion, okay? Not interrupting, passion. And just so you guys know, Carmelina is also Italian, just like myself. Together, she's half, I'm half. We got one full Italian in this room right now, okay? So,
Energia.
yeah, andiamo energia. So I'm gonna turn it over to you.
Okay.
And I must say your outfit is lovely.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, you really do look like you belong in front of the camera.
Thank you.
So how we doing?
Good. I'm doing good. So the past 4 years, I've been doing Areola Restoration. And for those of you that don't know what that is, it's 3D hyper-real medical tattoo on breast cancer warrior survivors. So after their complete journey, I go in there, my business partner and I, Casey Rainey, we go in there and we work in tandem, simultaneously. Did I say that word right?
I know it's a lot of syllables.
Yeah.
Syllables.
So when a woman is diagnosed with breast cancer, they do a mastectomy, remove the breasts, sometimes lumpectomy, just the tumor.
So completely just remove it?
Completely off, and then they create a mound.
Okay.
And then I would go in there. So usually the mound is a flat surface mound, and sometimes the surgeon can create a nipple, sometimes they don't. Sometimes it can stay, and sometimes it can flatten out.
Okay.
I go in there and I create a hyper-real 3D custom areola nipple. So it actually looks like it's a real nipple and that you can hang your keychain on there.
Wow.
Yeah.
Is that
That's how
part of
real-
your slogan?
that's
Is that
how- no, I just said
so
that.
real you can hang your keychains off of nipples? Like it's
No,
so real.
I mean that 3D, it's so 3D when you're looking at the image,
Yeah.
at the anatomy, and you look on the side and the front, it looks like an actual nipple popping out. So that's
Oh, I've
what
seen it. I've been following.
Yeah.
I love your page.
So it's custom, which is cool because I custom create the color for them and then go in there and hand draw. It's all hand drawn.
Wow, I didn't
And
know
then-
that.
Yeah. So I measure them all out. Obviously, it's an emotional journey.
It
So
is.
this is the last thing that the breast cancer warrior goes through. She's either gone through chemotherapy, a long term of it, maybe a couple surgeries or more. There's women that have done tons of surgeries, radiation or not. And then this would be the last thing that is done. And
So it's a very emotional journey.
Very. It's for the areola restoration, because it's newer, specialized. The old school way, they would actually do it in the doctor's office. And I don't know if you know the Scotch tape, round Scotch tape. It's like a round.
Do I know what tape is?
Yeah, so.
Do
they
you
would
know what tape
you know
is?
what tape-
I know what Scotch
They would
tape is.
actually, a lot of doctors would use that to draw, and they would actually just color in one color, so it looked like pepperoni. Literally, I'm not joking you. It was the old school way. There was no detail, so it's just like a little color there.
So they would tattoo some color on there? Or?
That's it. No detail, no nipple, just like a color, like a
So
pink
if you
color.
if you go for cheap pizza and you get that pepperoni, you
Yeah,
get no name pepperoni. That's
It's very, yeah, so it's come a long way, and I'm glad, because for a woman to go through what they've gone through,
Yeah.
come on.
Yeah.
They deserve more. They deserve more than that, so.
Are you a pioneer in this industry?
I'm learning every time. I don't like to use that word because I feel like even when I reach a decade or 2 decades, I'm always going to be learning. The skin is very different on each person, radiated skin, non. Sometimes we work on skin that's come from the tummy, DIEP, that's been placed on the breast, from the back. So I never want to say, and plus being an artist, I'm always thinking, things can be, not the word better, there's always improvement. So I'm
Yeah.
always learning. But yeah, that's my goal. I wanna always improve.
You always want to improve.
Yeah.
Are you the first person to provide this procedure in Calgary?
It's newer. There's other artists in Calgary, amazing artists in Calgary. There's who I admire a lot, but there's not many. So it's newer, which is cool.
You seem busy.
Yeah, I am.
I follow your page.
It's definitely
fun.
Yeah, it's definitely
Very
my
fun.
passion. Like Casey and I definitely love working together. We create an ambience of comfort, just where it's not a room. The room doesn't feel clinical. It's very cozy, obviously super sterile and clean, but comfortable. We create a very comfortable surrounding emotionally, and that's the first thing when they're on the bed. And the 3 words that I would use to describe the patient or our cancer warriors before they come, there's fear and excitement, like nervous, emotional, and then happy. So
Always happy at the end.
there's tears, definitely tears, and I definitely cry with them because it just comes out of nowhere, and they're like, "Why did I wait so long?" Because some have waited a while. They're like, "Why did I wait to do this?" And then some had no idea how it would make them feel again.
Yeah.
That it's almost an emotional completion journey. Really is. Like they'll walk by the mirror and they're like, they feel like sometimes like this is better than my real ones.
Wow.
So that's very.
And that's a comment that they
That's
make.
a compliment. It's a comment, and I'm like, and especially when their husbands comment.
Yeah.
When their husbands are like, "This is beautiful." Like that's when it's a compliment.
That's lovely.
When they're like, "My husband said my breast." So yeah, that's so.
Yeah, I've seen the work. Like I've seen the things that you put on your Instagram, and it's not just so much the work itself; it's the reaction
Yeah.
of the women that are coming through. You can
Yes.
see it in your videos and your stories, but you can also see it with you and your business partner. The way you engage, the way you're always celebrating. There's smiles. There's a lot of journey, and I've been trying to get you on the show for quite some time now because I wanted you to share this journey, this procedure, so women know. When I started this podcast, it was I started off with Maha Al Ghul, the woman that started the Palestinian protest. She was the organizer of that.
I watched that episode. I absolutely enjoyed it, and I loved her.
Yeah, and she invited me to her daughter's wedding this Sunday.
That's so cool.
yeah,
I
so-
loved that episode. I actually sent it to a friend of mine recently,
Nice.
maybe to Casey, to
Yeah.
watch it. I loved that episode.
And since Maha was on the show, I've been trying to find a guest that had another inspiring story, something that would like motivate women and empower women to leadership and to like just find themselves, their best selves, right? And I'm so glad you're here.
Thank
and
you for
you're-
choosing me.
Of course, and just what you're doing. Like I see the work. Like you got to tune in. How do they find what Instagram? Like how do they?
So my handle is Carmelina Baccari, and then my business partner is Casey Rainey. So that's our Instagram handle. We both have websites. It's basically a lot of word of mouth and a lot of doctors. Like a lot of
Doctors.
doctors refer their patients to us, and that's
Nice.
super. That makes me happy because they've done a beautiful work and they're sending their patients to us to complete their beautiful work. So
But how many women are struggling? Like have gone through breast cancer? Is it like how? Like is there statistics on
there
that?
is. It's I think 1 out of 8 women have cancer or
No.
even more. I don't know if those my statistics are right. But I heard even recently it's more. It's gone up. Just recently, I read
So
an
breast
article.
cancer's going up.
Yes. Yeah. I don't know if it's stress, maybe COVID, or maybe the hospitals being
Well,
backed
culturally,
up.
Italians, like
Yeah.
Italians, we believe that stress kills.
Yeah.
And I don't know where you guys are from, but we call it grenia. And like, the grenia, like it starts in the stomach.
Yeah, yeah,
Right? You can
yeah.
feel stress. Like
Yeah.
you start to feel it, but then.
Nervosa, like-
Nervosa, moron, that's the word, nervosa. My mother would always say. And,
Zona nervosa. Italians are a little bit
Yeah,
high-strung, but
we are.
I definitely
A little bit?
feel a lot, very, very high-strung.
pretty high strong.
I definitely feel my breast cancer intuitively, because we each know our bodies better than anybody.
Yeah.
I feel it was stress.
Sorry.
Definitely, it's okay. I definitely feel like it was stress related.
So you feel that your breast cancer was
Yeah.
caused by stress?
Yeah, I do. Just certain things, how maybe not handling my emotions right, not expressing myself right, suppressing a lot of stuff. I've always have to be strong, so I never really healed a lot of things that were inside me. So the first thing is heal anything, any unresolved issues, definitely just like.
So to reduce your chances of cancer.
Well, yeah, stress is huge. Like,
I agree.
yeah,
I agree.
Don't take anything seriously. Forget. I literally don't let things bother me as much as I used to, definitely.
So
And I try to just live like life to the fullest. And when I catch myself going back to old patterns, I switch it. But it's work. It's a constant work. It's not easy.
it takes knowing yourself.
Yeah.
Would you say it's maturity or experience or combination of both?
Combination of both, but probably having cancer and going through chemotherapy and being alone a lot. I had a lot of support. My family's amazing. My sisters are amazing. My family's amazing, and my friends. But being alone a lot and going for walks and slowly losing my hair and slowly losing all my lashes and my nails falling off, and you have no control of your body, and you look in the mirror, you're like, okay, everything's being taken from me, but it was actually the biggest gift of my life. People think I'm crazy. I say this all the time. They think I'm crazy, but it was the biggest gift.
Having cancer.
Yeah. Not saying it was easy. Wasn't easy, but it was a gift because it put perspective of life for me.
And this wasn't just little cancer, like having a melanoma removed or something.
Yeah.
Like we're talking about stage 3 cancer.
It was in my lymph nodes, so it went from my breast into my lymph nodes. It was an aggressive cancer, so they wanted to do chemotherapy first before doing anything, because I guess I didn't understand the stages, and the doctor's like, okay, don't worry about the stages. The cancer cells is the aggressive one. So
you had a particular aggressive cell.
Yeah, but I think I was blocking it out at that time. When I think back,
Did you feel it?
Under my arm. So I didn't know I had cancer, but I was on my yearly trip to Italy. I remember where I was. I was visiting my friend Tony in Milan. He's a good friend of mine, known him since high school. And under my arm, my left arm, it was pulsating.
Whoa.
Didn't hurt, and it was very minor. Like, you would have ignored it.
Yeah.
But I was like, that's weird. And I said to him, I hope it's not breast cancer. And I had no clue that those were connected. I don't even know why it came out of my mouth.
Yeah.
So when I came back to Canada, I went to my doctors. I'm like, I feel this pulsating under my arm. And we all have lymph nodes under our arms. When we're sick, they swell.
Yeah.
I'm like, he sent me to get an ultrasound mammogram. And they told me right there, like, I was happy the doctor did. Wow. The doctor came back and he says, I see cancer. Usually they wait till you get the biopsy. Because he could see that it moved from my breast to my
What year
nose.
was that?
2014, October.
So this is the month?
So 2014, no, I started chemo December, and then it is.
The diagnosis was October.
Yeah.
So this is your month.
Oh, yeah, it is, and it's breast cancer.
It's also
awareness
breast
month.
cancer month.
Yeah, but
So,
all the treatment started on my birthday.
On your
The
birthday.
date of my birthday, December 12th, 2014.
Very Italian of you. To have, you know what I
I
mean?
know.
Just so
like,
punishing. Just like,
I'm
how
like-
do we celebrate my birthday?
it's like-
Chemo.
Yeah, I'm like,
it's very
are you-
Italian.
I'm like, oh my God, my chemo's on my birthday. Like the morning.
They scheduled it without you, unbeknownst.
8 a.m. to December 12th.
They unbeknownst. They just, no way.
Yeah.
That's
So
wild.
later on, I said it was a gift, but then it was on my birthday. It's
A gift?
crazy. It was literally a crazy gift.
That's, you know what? We've known each other for quite a few years now, and we haven't ever talked about your cancer.
No.
Never.
No.
Not once.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah, we're too busy laughing
Yeah,
and
we're always
celebrating.
laughing.
Of all my friends, Carmen and I, like, it's amazing. We all, really, in actuality, Analog Coffee on 17th Ave, which has been our home
Yeah.
away from home, is connected so many Calgarians together. So much business
100%.
and 100%. Like the friendships and the unity created in that
And
place.
the crew that works there. Is
Man, the
best.
crew is always good.
We love
what
the
up?
crew
Yeah.
there. Breezy.
Breezy. But it's an amazing time, and but our frequencies, our ability to always be at the same place at the same time for the past 6 to 7 years.
Always running into you, even
Always.
not even at Analog, just like random places.
Randomly. We went for dinner last week, you
Yeah,
and I,
yeah.
with Yasser, and man, that was fun. It was nice. We went to Osteria.
Osteria de Medici.
Yeah, it's a classic Italian restaurant. Actually, pretty notorious, but the food, it's just
It's delicious.
so good. And we ate and we had seafood and it was beautiful. Dominic was there as well. And it's nice. If I just got to say, if you guys ever get a chance to go for Italian, you always go to there.
Very
It's in
good.
Kensington. It's
Very
beautiful.
good.
They treat you like gold there.
Yeah.
Like real Italian.
Really,
Both.
very good, yeah.
Why, what do you want to eat? What do you want to eat? Do you want to eat pasta? Okay, pasta. Okay,
Yeah.
what kind of pasta you want? Okay, andiamo. Okay, mangi. You want the polo on the pasta? Okay, great. What do you want? The seafood? Okay, no problem.
Michele and Giuseppe are the
Yeah,
best.
so Italian. From Italy. Yeah, from Italy.
Yes.
So here we are now, and we are 7 years since
Yeah.
your battle.
Yes.
How long?
6 years.
6 years.
Because it went into 2015. It
Okay.
was end of July 2015.
So it was a whole year.
It was a year. Yeah.
Wow, a year of your life.
But the battle didn't stop because I remember my oncologist saying, Dr. Webster, I remember these words. He said, I was done, I rang the bell, I was done my radiation. Oh, no, this is before chemo. I'm like, yes, I'm done. He goes, no, the easy part's over. The hard part's going to begin.
Oh my God.
And I didn't understand. I'm like, what? I just finished 8 rounds of chemo. What's the hardest part? The after was definitely hard. And because it's a roller coaster, people think your hair starts growing back, you start kind of looking normal again, they think you're okay, but really the brain fog's there. Your emotional like roller coaster. Your life's totally changed. And it's just an emotional roller coaster because your body's been destroyed and it's rebuilding.
You can feel that.
Yeah, yeah.
What was that like your body being destroyed?
I was more emotional the year after. I was always crying, and also during chemo, but I knew I had to just fight and get through it. So I almost just compartmentalized, okay, I gotta just get through it. And it was surreal. I floated my way through it. Like I remember going to chemo and going to bar class or yoga.
Yoga.
And
While getting chemo.
but I would make myself wake up, and I'll tell you why. Because my body was changing, I looked different. There's a big mirror that you look at yourself, and I said, if I can look at myself in that mirror and watch myself, then I can face everybody out there. Because I was like scared to look at myself the way I look.
1000%, yeah.
So I would wake up and go to that 9 a.m. class, Bar Body Fit. I love Marlo, she was the owner. And I would do, everyone there was amazing, and I would have to stare at myself. And I literally did it not just to be fit, to move my body, but to say, if I can look at myself, then I can walk on the street. And I wouldn't care if anyone looked at me. That was the scariest, because when they say, oh, you have cancer, the first thing is, oh my God, I'm gonna lose my hair. Literally, that's the
That was your first thought?
The first thing. I know it's vain.
No, it's not vain.
I was looking up, when I found it, I was looking up, oh my God, ice caps, I'm gonna buy them. You wear them and it blocks your hair from, falling out, but sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. I was looking up everything. I even bought brow hair stick-ons. I never used them. I never got the ice caps. But literally, you're like, I don't want to lose my hair. I don't want to die, and I don't want to lose my breasts. But the first thing was, I don't want to lose my hair.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's also very, I don't think it's vain, it's very Italian of you.
Yeah.
Oh, Marron, che cancer. I just, so what about the hair? He's like, your hair?
Yeah.
Not your health, not your
No, I was like,
longevity, what's going to
literally, but
happen?
I think
Just my
a lot of breast cancer warriors, I think they can relate.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Men
It's-
and women, or mostly women?
I think it's the women.
Women?
It's not even it's just the shiny, bald being a woman because it's an identity thing. Now I don't care. Like I don't hold my hair as so much identity. Like I could shave it off tomorrow. I could, and it would.
You got
probably-
great hair, though.
So it didn't grow up back the same, but I'm alive, so it's
Yeah,
okay.
it's most important.
Yeah.
So how long did it take for the hair? Just like, so for those that are following, or those maybe people that recently diagnosed or can relate, how long until your hair came out?
So radiation was the last thing, the whole month of July. So my hair started growing back prickly, which I liked. I liked that like shaven look. Probably.
So you had a fade.
Yeah, I liked the fade look. I just
Cool.
didn't like being shiny, bald, and dry,
Yeah.
and swollen. So it probably a month and a half after it started growing. Little like the fade look.
But how long did it take for the hair just to be?
For normal, because it looked thin for a long time. To look thick, probably 4 years
Wow.
to 5. Yeah.
No kidding.
Yeah, 5 years. Even it's still not the same, but it's getting better. And I take supplements, collagen, and I eat healthy. And you know what? I just laugh.
You do laugh
Yeah,
a
I
lot.
let you
Yeah,
laugh
you
a lot.
live well.
Yeah.
Like you live well in the sense
Yeah.
that it's like the well-being.
Yeah.
The wellness.
Yeah.
The wellness side of things.
Yeah.
Which your company's about. Wellness,
It is, yeah.
spirituality,
Yeah.
journey, and you
Yeah.
are the final destination of the journey.
Yeah.
And it shows. And I think that if I were in a situation like that, I would hope that I would have the opportunity to have you in my life at that final stage. And what woman you can't relate to? Like you walked that very step.
Yeah.
You were in those very shoes. You experienced exactly what they experienced. And obviously that surgery, or excuse me, the procedure that you do wasn't available quite at that time.
No.
Right?
No.
They didn't even have 3D printers at those times.
No.
Yeah.
The 3D, so we do it manually.
So you manually make it?
Manually. It's all manual. It's
Well,
it's
yeah.
art. It's specialized and it's custom. So everyone's getting their own areola.
You designed that 3D?
Yeah.
Have you always been an artist?
Well, I'm a makeup artist for years.
Yeah.
I taught at Artists Within Academy here in Calgary for years.
It's been around.
So I was a makeup artist for years, and then I went into this. So I always loved art, you could say.
Wow.
I love people, art. And
Do you love Calgary?
I love Canada. I love Calgary.
You've been here? How long have you lived in Calgary? Your whole life?
So, no, I was born here, moved to Italy, grade 3 to grade 9.
Oh.
Grade 8 back here, and then I would move back there. My dad was Italian, and my mom's from here. Yeah, so I have both.
Where's your family all now?
They're all here.
Yeah.
So I'm the second of 6 brothers and sisters.
Wow.
Very close Italian family, mixed Italian family.
Yeah?
Yeah.
And then, so your dad's the Italian,
My
obviously
dad
the
was,
last
yeah.
name. Where's your family, where's the origin in Italy?
Naples.
Naples. So
Yeah.
you guys are very north.
Yeah, but my dad's Benevento, and then I lived in Naples. We lived in Naples. So Naples, Benevento, Ischia.
Are you like fully fluent in Italian?
Yes, I am.
No way.
I read and
So you're
write it.
bilingual.
Yeah, I read and write it. Yeah.
Nice. What have you
Yeah.
done with that? Have you done much with that?
I
Like,
actually went to university in Italy for a year.
Wow.
Because I thought I wanted to be in linguistics. And then I went to school some of the time and then just hung out with my friends. But I loved fashion. So when I came back here, I went into makeup. Yeah, but I love, I'm definitely very close to my Italian side.
Does Calgary have much of an Italian community?
Yeah.
'Cause we have no festival.
Back, I feel like.
Has there ever been a festival? Because I know like every culture in this
No,
city's
I
got
don't
a
think-
festival,
No, but I remember
us.
back in the 90s, it was like
The
all my
90s.
Italian friends, yeah, it's different now, I think. But there is Italian culture here, like there is, definitely.
Really?
Yeah, there is.
Just Spalombos. Just like Tony Spolatini. Who else is Italian here? I can name 2 Italians, right?
I know. There
It
is,
just, you know what I mean? But when you go east of
there's tons.
so
Montreal,
many,
Toronto.
Calabrese,
Yeah.
mostly southern.
Yeah.
That's where my family
Here
comes
there's
from.
lots of Calabreses, Napolitans, not many. There's a few, Abruzzese.
Abruzzese, yeah, I've
Yeah.
noticed I met a couple of them.
Yeah.
They're different though. Sicilians are the most
I
different
love-
though.
yeah,
Sicilians,
yeah.
like all Italy.
I love Sicily.
Yeah, I've been to Greece, but I've never
You'll
been.
have to come when I'm there.
Come on!
I've seen every corner of Italy.
No kidding.
Even
Calabria, you went right through Calabria.
Yeah.
No way.
Even in Sicily, I love Italy so much that I like to visit new places. I've been probably more places than my cousins, maybe.
Wow.
I just love traveling. Yeah, I love food.
When Carm goes to Italy, if you run a travel blog or a food blog or an adventure blog, this woman must be documented. I don't know how she pulls it together, but you'll just be scrolling through Instagram, it's selfie, somebody's dog, someone's fitness photo. Then you see this beautiful ocean and a boat, and Carm's dancing on a boat, or she's sitting on a terrace somewhere, even this beautiful pasta dinner, and I'm like, I need this in my
That's probably
life.
my aunt's pasta. She
Really?
makes she lives in Ischia and she's the best cook ever.
Nice.
Yeah.
What about the boat? When I see you on boats
I'm
sometimes,
so
is that a friend's? Like,
yeah. Like a lot of my friends, or they have boats or they know somebody, because Ischia is an island.
Okay,
And then
so that's where you go when I see
I
it
go
on.
there, but I also go other places. And like my friend, we went to Sicily on his boat. My friend's partner. But yeah, I love.
So it's like a Kelowna. Everyone's on a boat.
I would love to sail, but it's a different vibe.
Yeah, of
because it's
course.
not a drinking culture. Like I
So
find.
really,
No, it's not. They're there to enjoy. I'm not saying obviously they're drinking wine and stuff, but it's not like
party.
getting like an island where you don't
yeah.
remember what you're doing. But it's like it's very closeness, talking, enjoying. Yeah, I
That's
love
nice.
that. I love that, and the food is everything. Like,
That's my goal. Before
it's
this
everything,
whole
yeah.
thing, before all this stuff started, that was Dominic's and my intention. That was our goal. I had the dinners going, everything was going, and I was saving. I was nestling away. I'm like, I'm going to take this kid to Italy because we got family in Calabria. We still got a home there.
you need to go. And
Yeah.
if I'm there, honestly, Chris, you and Dominic, I'll show you. You can come to Ischia and meet my aunt is the best, and my cousin Pierluigi. Like, you need someone to show, even Naples.
Well,
I'll
yeah,
show
because
you.
I can't, my Italian's crap. It's Thunder Bay
Rome,
Italian. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, it's okay.
55 words I string together for the last 40 years of my life. That's it. So
Yeah.
I would love to. I'd love to see Italy.
It was the best thing my dad ever did, is move us there, because culturally, living in a different country and obviously another language, it was the best education, I think.
I was asking you earlier when you were talking about the things you love. I was like, do you love Calgary? And I ask you that because you are an influencer here. You're well recognized.
I
You're
am?
well known. Yes,
Thank
you
you.
are. You're
Thank
a
you.
well-respected human in this city. And
Thank
a
you.
lot of people know you and your circle and your network. I mean, you helped develop a lot of the hospitality here. Like, you were part of a lot of events and you
I know,
enjoy life.
I love music.
This
so
woman,
I used to bring DJs.
This woman dances. You ever, all you non-dancers out there, you have a friend that just breaks out and dance and celebrates and sings? On the way here, we carpooled. She put on this Italian techno. She's singing in Italian and dancing. And I'm just like, you know that awkward, like you don't sing, you don't dance. And then the person's like, what?
You're moving.
Yeah, because I have autism. I fucking was acting weird. But I don't have autism. I have more like a Tourette's thing. But I mean, I could be a little autistic. I mean, I'm a lot of things. But yeah, like, you have that friend that they sing and they dance, they move around in a car. Not in a car, it doesn't matter where you are. And they sing and they start singing. And you're close. Like, you're a foot away. And you're like, da-da-da-da-da. And like, all you can do is kind of like, yeah. That's what I felt.
Music's definitely my drug. It's definitely therapy. I love music.
All music?
I love all types
Heavy
of music.
metal?
I do like heavy metal.
Name me one heavy metal band.
Well, like Metallica, I used to listen to when I was younger a lot. Yeah.
Hey, For
Like
Whom
in
LaBelle
junior-
Tolls. That's
Grade 9, like everything, like The Cure, even like indie rock.
How old are you?
46.
What?
Yeah,
How old?
46.
Can we pan in? Like, can we just? This woman is so beautiful, even
Oh,
up
thanks,
close.
Chris.
Like, I'm right here.
Thank
Like,
you.
there is just, it's amazing. You're 46,
Yeah.
which means you're older than I am.
I am?
Yeah, I'm 45.
Oh.
Yeah. What did I do wrong? You know what I mean?
You look
like,
great.
yo, I look
You
okay.
take care of yourself.
Well, I'm wearing foundation right
You
now.
have
So,
the good melanin.
melanin.
And smiling, laughing, that keeps
Yeah,
you
that
young.
does keep you young.
Honestly, that does keep you young. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You know what doesn't keep you young? Being a single parent of a 14-year-old.
Oh,
Yeah.
You look really good.
Yeah,
You have a
thanks.
teenager, yeah.
Thanks. Angela Kane Aesthetics, medical aesthetics is the reason why I look good. And Rejuve in Kensington
she's
with
doing a
the
good job.
Forma. Yeah, they keep the stress off. And you're right. Stress.
Stress is definitely, and a lot of people don't know how to harness stress.
It's been stressful
And
2 years.
Yeah, it has. Tools, not knowing the tools, how to harness it. I think COVID wasn't as hard on me as because I'm going through cancer, but I don't like, I won't get into that, but
Yeah.
I don't like.
Yeah, we know we don't like.
Yeah, I just
We're
don't-
working hard and not talking about it. The old thing there. I don't even want to say it because potentially we have to bleep that word
No,
because
no, it's just-
YouTube
yeah.
just put that notice out on Friday last
Oh,
week
I didn't- what
that
notice?
anything pertaining the word, the
I just
whole.
like one love. One love.
Yeah, one love.
One love.
Yeah,
No
one
division.
love. No division.
One love.
One love.
You
yeah.
too.
Yeah. Well, Nas, but yeah. It's
Oh, yeah,
okay.
Nas too.
Yeah, Nas. I prefer him
I
over
saw
you
him.
too.
He's amazing. Me too.
Yeah, he's my height.
He's the best.
I asked you about Calgary because you've been here for some time.
Mm-hmm.
You've been involved in, like, you've been able to celebrate in this city, like when the Red Mile was present.
Yes.
You were here at this development of the dance scene and the music and EDM and the evolution of everything. Mikey DeRose is a good
Oh,
friend of
yeah,
yours,
yeah,
Aqua
yeah.
Audio.
Yeah, he's the
And
best.
the question to you is, now, 15 years ago, we were like a cowboy town, right? Like, when did the whole, hey, bud, like, when did that, hey, man, fucking scoff the fucking rigs, man, bought myself a dually, man. Wah, wah. Like, when did that
No, actually, I'm
transition to this millennial
I'm actually
lifestyle?
gonna tell you something.
Okay, you tell me.
Calgary's was amazing back then. It was more forward. Like, honestly, it was. I worked for Concord Group for years
Oh,
as
wow.
well.
Victor?
But Victor Choi,
Yeah.
Brad Morrison, love them. So it was way progressive and forward than now. The lounges, they had, martini lounges, cigar. This is even probably 20 years ago.
Tantra had $2 drinks on Thursdays.
They just
50-cent draft.
they had
Remember those
cool-
days?
Yeah, they had cool lounges, cool things happening. And then it kind of went a little bit backwards.
We went backwards
Then, yeah.
to the breweries and stuff.
Yeah, but because
Not that it's
No,
backwards.
it's not. It's trending. It's
trending.
trending.
But it
But
was
it did. It was
different.
forward. Like, honestly, there was cool, so many cool places here.
What was your favorite?
in the like I would sneak into the bank when it was cool when you needed a membership.
The bank was Tantra.
No.
No,
It
which was bank?
it was on the 8th Avenue, and then it turned kind of
Stephen Ave.
Yeah, it was. You
It's the bank in Barron now.
Yeah, but it was amazing, and there's tons of other cool clubs.
You're around the Palace.
Yeah,
popping.
that was even later, and there was even cooler places before that, and then Palace. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
So you would say that this city, Calgary, 15, 20 years ago was a more progressive city than it is now.
100%.
So do you feel that since Nenshi has been our mayor, that the city's become extremely dull?
I don't know if it's.
Come on, just say it.
Maybe.
I don't
Maybe,
I don't like you, Mayor. I don't even want to call you. I'll publicly say it 1,000 times over.
We need some, we
need some change.
Definitely when the crash happened, things changed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've never met a mayor that never went out in public and shook hands before, but real pinnacle of health you are, pal. Anyways, keep it moving. Keep it moving. Never done nothing for me, buddy. Oh, yeah. I don't know. I remember, I mean, shit. I mean, was it Dave Broncomeyer? Is that was his name?
Oh, yeah.
Dave,
Oh, my God.
Yeah.
I heard that name for a while.
He was dope.
Yeah, he was.
He was good. He didn't
He
give a
was.
shit. He just wanted to party and make
Yeah.
money and oil.
Yeah,
And that's when things were fun. Ralph
Yeah.
Klein was doling out
Yeah.
$400 to every Albertan.
Yeah.
That was fun. Those were good times. But I think Calgary has become a modern city
It has.
in the last
it's a
8 years.
beautiful, clean.
It is beautiful. It's clean.
Yeah, which is amazing. Traveling everywhere, you
Yeah.
appreciate that.
Would you say that as someone who travels abroad quite often?
Yeah,
Or did?
it is. It's very clean. I'm just noticing more dog poop downtown though. In the
Yeah, 'cause
belt-
there's more
in the-
dogs.
And the belt line because of the condos and no one's picking it up. That's annoying.
Pick up your shit.
Pick up
if
your
you got a
shit.
stupid ass little dog that you put a jacket on and runners on this fall, pick up your dog shit. If you can afford a $150 dog jacket and get him all the best vitamins and brush his teeth at bedtime, then you get that little bag attached to his leash. Don't take him off leash because there's an animal like me, a coyote, actually a moral wolf, that will chew up your dog. Pick up the shit, and especially if you go hiking. There's nothing worse when I'm in the mountains and I see little green bags full of petrified
Throw it in
shit.
the garbage.
Like put it in your bag and then put it in
Yeah.
the garbage after. Why do you like? Who do you think comes on the trail? You think there's janitors? You think there's like some sort of like cleanup crew that comes after you and picks up all your litter? There isn't. So that is an irritating thing. You're right.
No,
So
that's
the belt
what
line.
I've noticed. Yeah.
Carm's calling you out in the belt line.
I
Pick up your
called
dog shit.
311.
You call
I go,
311?
Do you have the dog poop police? Yeah, I was so annoyed one day. I was walking. It's literally everywhere. It never used to be like that a couple years ago.
But in the 80s it was.
Maybe.
Before people picked up the dog
Yeah,
shit in the
maybe.
80s,
Yeah,
there was
maybe,
huge
yeah.
laws.
I
You'd
don't
be on a
remember that.
sidewalk. Remember that?
I don't remember.
Oh, yeah, you were in Italy.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I was in Thunder Bay. We didn't pick up dog shit those days. It was the size of your arm. But you'd be walking like, man, people stepped in shit back in the day because there's so much. It'd be on sidewalks. It'd be everywhere. You'd be walking and just, and then you have to go to school and you got shit foot. And you're trying to,
Oh my God.
I'm from a time like, listen, I agree with you. The dog has become more popular than the baby. How many times at
Yeah.
Analog have you seen a dog and a stroller, new baby and a dog walking, and people go, oh my God, look at your dog. And the
Yeah.
baby's in a stroller going, hello, I'm a miracle of life over here. I'm a baby. Remember when I was more popular? Now the Chihuahua with a little fucking hat on its head is the popular one, right? Oh my God, your dog needs water. The baby's like, hello, give me a tit. You know what I mean? So
And I have a dog.
you have a dog? Oh yeah, you do.
Yeah.
Little Frenchie,
And-
eh?
Yeah. And sometimes I've forgotten a bag at the dog park.
And what'd you
And
do?
then I've asked somebody, if no one's around, I'm guilty of, what am I going to do?
You've left shit on there?
No, yeah, well, no.
I'll call 311 on you.
No, but it doesn't happen often.
Oh.
But I'm saying it's literally on the streets. Like, no, I do pick up my dog poop.
Really?
It's respect.
I want to go for a walk now
It's
and find this
respect.
shit. I want to like.
No, it's on the street. You'll just
outta
go
here.
walk in the Beltline, you'll notice it. Literally.
Calgary's suffering from an immense amount of dog shit all over the Beltline area. Today's news. I didn't realize there was just mounds of shit everywhere.
No, there is.
Why are we talking about dog shit? How do we go from like surviving cancer to empowering women to like there's a lot of dog shit in the Beltline area?
I don't know how we came to that.
My Adderall wore off. How about you?
I don't take it.
Yeah, you had 2 sips of green tea. You're like, the caffeine. I'm like, it's green tea.
At nighttime, I can't have caffeine.
I see.
Yeah.
It's totally cool. I know every time you move your chair, I put my knee there and I'm
Oh,
like,
I'm sorry, I'm sorry.
spetta.
Aspetta,
Spetta
aspetta.
means chill.
Aspetta,
wait, una menta.
Yeah.
Yeah, so this was fun.
Yeah.
I don't want to close quite yet. I try to keep my podcast now to within an hour. I find people's attention span is not what quite it used to be. A lot of distractions in this world.
Very
However,
true.
we got an incredible guest. I don't want to rush Carm off this show. I'm really enjoying your company.
Thank
It's
you.
lovely smile. I can't believe you're 46 years old. It's fucking crazy. I always, for some reason, thought I was older than you.
Oh.
Yeah, I don't know why. I just always thought I was older than you. Well
Now we
kept.
know.
Yeah, well kept. What?
Oh, geez.
Oh, geez. You had mentioned earlier in the show, stress is a potential factor to causing cancer.
Yes.
As you know, my mother, right here, passed away 2011 from cancer. She was misdiagnosed with fibromyalgia. And my mother would numerously go to the doctor. I was in Calgary at that time, but she'd
Okay.
tell me about it. And she
Okay.
went to the doctor. They misdiagnosed her. And they gave her medication for fibromyalgia. My mother was like, man, it ain't right. It just so happens when I went to visit, she had got testing that week. And there's I have video, it's on my camcorder, still have it. I was playing with Dominic, and it was a sunny day in August, and my mother had came into frame, and I didn't see her, but I watched the video, and I can see her watching Dominic and I play. And in that moment, you can see her just kind of like reflectively look, and if you see, she has a cotton swab on her arm.
Okay. Is this back in Ontario?
This is back in Thunder Bay,
Okay.
and I was only my first week back home to visit with Dominic. And in the video, I don't know because I'm still playing with him, but it was set up where just a little bit of the yard, and she's in the frame with this cotton swab, and the wind blows and the sun kind of sets on her, and she's just reflecting and just kind of observing us play. That was the day she found out she had terminal cancer.
Oh, okay. And she never
She
told you?
never told us that day,
Okay.
but I put two and two together. That's the day she found out. And my mother's cancer was so aggressive and so fast that within the day they said she's terminal, she was gone in 3 months. She was gone November 11th. And the toughest part about it was knowing that she was misdiagnosed.
Yeah.
But I loved around October, month before she passed, she celebrated her birthday, October 16th. She sits up, looks at my family and goes, enough, Alora. And we're like, what, Ma? She's like, I want out of this place. No more radiation, no more chemo. I'm done. I'm going home. And everyone's like, no, Gina, you got to stay. You can't go home. I worked 30 years to pay my house off. Every single day, I'm going home. I'm going to pass in my home, and we're going to do this there. And my mother pulled herself together the next day, and I'm home cooking. She comes in the door, and it was like she was never sick. She had her makeup on, her hair was done. I'm like, Ma! And for a day, you didn't even realize she was sick any longer because she was done up. And then that night, she put the palliative chair there, the nurse came, and so on and so forth. And Dominic and I, instead of not being home, it was the childhood home I grew up in, and Dominic and I stayed for the duration of her illness. And I remember every night I'd hear her crying and dealing with it, but the next day, cup of coffee, sitting in that chair, and she made jokes of everything. Oh, look at this. Rosie over here. Rosie, come. I haven't seen her in 20 years. You watch. She'll pull a casserole out of her chart. Yep, there it is, casserole. And then you look in the kitchen. Everyone that visit my mother, they're just like casseroles and cabbage rolls and food everywhere. Who's going to eat all this food, my mother would say. And they come and she'd, oh, yeah, it's been okay. They'd leave. Oh, Marona. And there'd be another car, Italians, right? And yeah, she bravely sat in that chair till the day she passed, and which was quick.
Yeah.
And it was tough. And I would say
Strong,
that
resilient.
I asked her one thing. I'm like, Ma, what would you tell me in life? Like, come on, part with me, leave something for me. And she said, her only concern, believe it or not, you said that when you were diagnosed, you were worried about your hair. First thing you said. Her only life advice as she passed was, your vanity. I'm worried about you aging. I don't know how you're going to take aging, like when you start to get old. I worry about that.
She was worried about you?
She was worried
okay.
about me,
and
I guess like how I'm obsessed with like being in shape and looking my best. And she's like, we all age, we all fade away. And she goes, I just hope that in a couple years you get to a stage in life where you embrace it and gracefully accept it and understand that nothing lasts forever. And she kind of took my hand and she's like, you capiche? And it was almost kind of correlating to her passing. And it was just like, and all things fade away, Christopher.
Yeah.
And I remember just taking that in stride. And because of that, it made me mindful since last 10 years to like, man, I gotta, we obsess over so much. Like, think about this. When you're 13, oh man, I got pimples. Look, I look terrible. Or 17 in your teens, oh man, I have a bad hair day. Oh my God, I look like shit. Or in your 20s, oh God, you run into somebody, and then, oh, hey, good to see you at a club, and oh God, I didn't look good. But then 15 years later, you reflect on those times, you look at photos of yourself, and like, man, look how healthy I look. Man, look how young I look. And we're always trying to strive and be our best and sacrificing happiness, obsessing over trying to look our best and be our best, say cool things, be poised. When in actuality, you gotta just live.
Yeah, like, I feel those little things don't bother me. I don't care if my hair is a certain way, and I'm okay if someone sees me looking a certain way. But before, maybe not, like you're saying. But yeah, those little things don't mean, it's like, it doesn't mean anything.
After surviving cancer, you're like,
No.
You're a warrior.
Thank you.
Yeah, you are a warrior.
We all have a warrior in us.
We do. We
all
have
it.
to, especially these times
we
right
do.
now.
Yeah, we all have strength in us, and we all can get through anything if you just
What do you see in
listen.
people now? What do you see in society? Like if you
I
were
see
to,
a lot of fear. To tell you the truth, COVID didn't affect me or didn't make me afraid, probably because I did face mortality and cancer, and I'm not saying everyone has to have the same view. And it makes me sad that there's fear in people. Do you know what I mean? That they're not living
fear's
their life.
contagious.
Yeah, and it can cause sickness and
Yeah.
depression. There's a high depression rate out there right now, and if we could just live and not let fear take over, that's what I see, a lot of fear out there.
There is a lot of fear.
Yeah,
You know
that's
what?
sad.
I feel like that's why we align so well. That's why our community that we've built have very similar energies and
Yes.
reflections on life right now.
Yes.
And I find that those that carry our vibration, whether you're, you've gotten that thing or not,
Yeah.
I find that we all emit a frequency. And that frequency is like, your vibe attracts your tribe.
Yeah.
And I find it's never been more real than it is now.
Yes.
Because when we are together, it's almost like we're looking through a glass at everybody, and you can see the fear. You can see like your
you can
orb.
feel
the
it.
You can feel it.
Yeah.
And it does. You know what? And you've been 46, 45.
Yeah.
We've been on this planet for 4 decades. We lived through the 70s, the 80s, the 90s, the early 2000s. There's a lot of shitty music. And here we are now. So we're able to differentiate between decades and see the difference in energies that people have. And I feel with the influence of social media being so accessible, the agenda and the propaganda is getting pushed so much harder that every year there's always this new virus. And now there's a virus that's taken hold. And, you're right. The fear is what's sad.
That's what's sad.
It is.
Because it's interrupting people's lives, and there's definitely a virus. And I just feel like, don't let it take over your day or your life.
We're here.
Like your mind, mind,
here.
body, soul connection.
Yeah.
Because then you're not living anymore.
You stop.
You stop living,
And all
and
you
then
do
you're
is talk about
sad,
it.
and then you're just, I don't even watch the news.
Me either.
I don't want to watch it. I'm aware, I'm awake about what's going on,
Mm-hmm.
and I just want, no division and
That's the whole-
respect,
yeah.
and just, hopefully things go back to whatever normal is.
Yeah.
But, just
What would you like to see? Besides, what is normal for you after what you've been through?
Well, just like people, like I went into Shoppers last week, and the girl was masked, I was masked, and she's wearing a shield. And I was 6 feet from her, she worked there, and I was just asking for something, but she was afraid of being like close to me. And I'm like, are you afraid? She goes, she said, obviously. And she was working there. But I go, I'm wearing a mask, and you're double shield, I'm 6 feet from you. So I was just very like, okay, are we becoming robots now? I don't know, it really like was sad to see that.
Yeah, when I see people driving with the mask and they're jogging with a mask, they're at the gym training with a mask, and I'm like, you're with a guy that, as we know, I've never worn it. I haven't complied.
Yeah.
I haven't complied to any of these protocols. I just not out of like not safety for the public, but just
No, I respect people and respect all that. It's just
my own normalcy.
Yeah, it's for
I don't want to
you.
go batshit crazy. It's not because
Yeah,
I'm
it's for you.
disrespecting society. It's like, fuck, man,
Yeah.
I'll lose my brain.
Yeah.
I'll lose my brain. And I'm not argumentative. Like when they
No.
say, sir, I might go down a couple aisleways, but if they're still fucking
Yeah.
tracking me down in
Yeah.
a store or something, then finally I'm like, if it makes you feel comfortable.
It's just more that divide of human connection.
That's it.
That's the thing that's sad.
That's
for
the
me.
division.
That's what I don't like. That made me sad for her. She was young. She was working there, and she was full of fear, and she was double masked. I'm 6 feet from where I'm wearing a mask, you know?
You know what
That's
the
thing.
masks are good for? To pick up the dog shit in the Beltline area. So why don't you guys take your mask, use your mask to take the dog shit, because that's what the mask is good for. It's fucking dog shit, right? We're with a warrior here right now, so I don't want anyone to complain. I want to hear another person, oh, but this and the numbers, the stats. This woman survived. If she can survive and look this incredible for 40, sorry about that was loud, but this incredible for 46 years old, this is inspiration. This woman spends the last 4 years helping women, empowering women that had breast cancer, giving them back their dignity and self-respect. That is a leader. That is what I want to aspire to be. And that's what I want in my life and around my son's life. And these are the kind of guests I want to have on the show. Carm, thank you
Chris.
so much for being on the show.
Thank you.
And thank you all for tuning in and continually tune in week after week. And if you watch every episode, you'll note there's variations of the Chris LaBelle you're getting, but this is the Chris LaBelle that I want to be. And I really appreciate you being here today.
Thank you.
Thank you. Guys, peace and love.
Wait, some of it, so must be, remember?
Here goes the hand. The whole podcast, no hand. The whole podcast. Keep it rolling. The whole podcast. Go. What do you mean? You have a Fiat. We're driving a car. You were talking. You didn't use your hand one time. You didn't use your hand once. Yeah. But in the car, I was dodging you. I felt like I was like in training for a fight. Every time the hand would come, like I was like dodging it. I don't know how that's crazy. Did you have fun?
Yeah, it was awesome.
That's most important. As long as you had fun, you got your message out, you promoted your brand. All right, guys, there you have it. Carmelina Baccari was on the show today. Beautiful woman, 46 years old. I couldn't believe it sitting next to her. Like, there's one thing to like say, hey, you know, I'm in my 40s, I take care of myself. And then there's like one thing to sit with a woman or a man at that age and to be that close to them and say, holy shit, this person looks healthy inside and outside, right? When somebody's happy, it's the best look you can have. There's no filter on these phones that can produce happiness. It comes from here and it radiates. And that's the frequency we need to align ourselves with. If you want to be happy, be happy. Don't worry what everyone else is doing. Worry about you. If you're in Alberta, you got mountains 1 hour away. Go and sit for a bit. You don't need to go hiking with 10 people. You go by yourself. Go to a trail that's slightly populated. Find a little area and just sit and listen to nature as I sit here with my little vest and tell you what to do with your life. But at the end of the day, next week, Thursday, 8 p.m., For Whom LaBelle Tolls, episode 19. It's going to be a doozy. It's going to be Thanksgiving weekend. We'll talk about food. Maybe we should have a chef on the show. In fact, thank you to the subscribers that we have now. And man, I'm a small business just like most of us out there. All I ask is you like, share, and subscribe. So simple. Helps me, it helps you. And next week, we'll hopefully have a new commercial that we shot with LK Visuals today for Nortec, Alberta. Super excited to show that off. Guys, thank you so much for tuning in. This was a great episode.